on, folks? We're pushing snow. We got the big snow pusher on the wheel loader for the first time in 2 years because we didn't get any snow. We've already got more snow this season than all of last year, it seems like. We only got about 4 or 5 inches. So doing a little pushing, especially getting the snow moved in front of the bins because I want to pull corn out of here, get some money. Christmas is coming up. Need some gift cash, you know what I'm saying? Dad's gonna get feeding started. This attachment on this wheel loader is just about perfect. Only thing that'd make it better is a little better traction on this wheel loader. We get slipping a bit, but we can sure push some snow. Oh, big sneeze. Check out the drinker. Got down to 9 degrees last night. Not much for wind though. About time we put this lid back on. Look at this layer of ice on everything. It's really nice moving the snow before it has a chance to melt. All that rain, it soaks in right away, but if you can move the snow before it melts, then you may keep yourself from getting in a sloppy mess later on. I think we moved the snow we need to for the morning. Dad's making a dart for this critter. Not feeling the best. He don't look bad, but notice everybody else is eating. He's not feeling great.
So Brian will be attempting to shoot between two metal bars on the continuous fence and darting this calf.
Right in the boiler. He's so good.
How good am I?
You should be in competitions.
The key is to not overthink it. Get on it, shoot it. Hey Cole.
Yeah.
You should take your auger for a walk.
Alrighty. Hopefully it starts. Look at that. Got a sheet of ice on there. get the semi out. I got it plugged in. It's been plugged in for a while. Hopefully that block heater works and is warming it up. That started really well. I'm guessing that block heater did its job. So I just have 5 loads to deliver in December. Today is December 1st. So I got a long time to deliver these, but I'd like to get 3 loads done today and finish it up tomorrow. Thing is, you'll see in a little bit, the roads are pretty much a sheet of ice. So we're gonna take it really slow. I mentioned a few times this was a really good year for corn in this area. There's tons of corn. My neighbors grew a lot of corn, and the ethanol plant that we deliver to, they can only handle so much corn. So I'm thinking there's gonna be long lines at the ethanol plant. Just a lot of corn. With the roads being poor condition today, I'm kind of hoping, at the very least, it'll deter a few truckers from driving today and lines will be short. Supposed to have a little sun today. That'll help maybe get some of that ice off the road. I wanted to pull out of this bin first because this harvest we were in one field. When we got to that Pioneer number, it was a little bit wetter, about 17.5%. So there's a little bit wetter corn in there. You know, some people will put up to 20% moisture corn in these bins. But we put air on it, we dried it, they cooled it. But I wanted to peek that bin to get the usually there's corn at the top, a little bit wetter. I want to suck that down and get it to town. Just about overfilled there a little bit. I was going to the back to roll the tarp. Forgot I don't have to do that. Oh, push a little corn over. Yeah, somebody's got to feed the birds. One thing that stinks about our trucks during the summer, we don't have AC. But during the winter, our heat works pretty dang good, actually. The name of the game today is slow. Start slowing down early. Don't get going too fast. I do need to shut 2 waters off before I get out of the yard. That'll do for today. Does that show ice road truckers still a thing? Well, if it's not, I'll be your substitute today. successfully made it with load number 2. I'm gonna have a mushroom mozzarella melt burger. Sounds delicious. We're gonna get her filled. It fell off the rest of the way, but it's still running. Actually, a couple weeks ago, the bearing right here went out. And now the bearing for that double sprocket went out. Need a bearing. At least we got a full truck. On that previous load, I heard a bang. I had no idea what it was, and it must have been that sprocket moving over. And then on this load, I was hearing some chatter, and so I did some looking, and that's when I found that double sprocket, shifted over, bearing was out. I can find the part. It's only 1 o'clock. I'd be able to go get it, maybe get it fixed today. That'd be good. If my goal is to get my last 2 loads in tomorrow, I'm gonna need to get her fixed. I've seen a truck before take this turn, headed left like I'm gonna, and slide right into that ditch. It's pretty steep. Imagine just going straight down in there. Their trap, the front trap on their grain trailer, drug on the ground and just ripped it open. You can't just run to town and get that part. That's a whole ordeal. Somewhere along the way, I got grease on my face, and look at this. It don't come off. So we got that 3rd load in, and when I was driving by the cows, I see there's a whole bunch of them gathered around this water tank, which I had full this morning. I don't know if it was cold enough to a hard enough layer of ice that they can't break through it, but I don't know, they act like they're not getting any water. Well, they're able to drink, they're just hanging out. Oh no. Okay, so they drank it down to the 2nd layer of ice, I guess. That top layer broke, but now I know what's going on. The coats on these girls, just pristine. These are beautiful black. They're so shiny. Look at them. Gorgeous animals. Alright, so we gotta pound out a little bit of leftover material from that thing, and then I think we're gonna head to town and try to find a part. You got balls and stuff everywhere. Broke. We got that collar that was in there out. I don't know how there's blood on the inside of my glove. It's a piece of metal. Gotta get my wallet. They don't give you parts for free. Did you know that? Yeah, you gotta pay for them. You know, when I was little, I always thought it was weird. Something break down, you gotta go buy a part. It's like, well, didn't the manufacturer just not build it well enough? Shouldn't they have to cover the price of that replacement? That was Those are thoughts from a young lad. But now I know the world doesn't work that way. Alrighty, folks. There it is. It's a $17 bearing. Let's see if we can put it back together. We got her down in there. It's weird how that bearing is so skinny. Not really sure what's going on here with all these pieces. That cat just fell out of the conveyor. Since when did we get a cat? And why is he in the conveyor? That was incredible. Just thought it was a raccoon for a second. We've had that before. Well, I think we got it fixed. The low tonight is 1 degree. Pretty chilly. This tractor doesn't like starting when it's below 15. So we're gonna plug it in. Alright folks, that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna go home and get that grease off my mustache. Hang out with my baby boy. He's 11 months old. That's crazy. He's almost a year old already. I've been a dad for almost a year. It's wild. Hope you enjoyed watching. We'd love to see you next time. Have a good one. I think I figured out why that bearing went out. There isn't a set screw here, so that whole thing shifted and the chain ran weird on this small, thin bearing. And I think that put stress on it. So tomorrow, we gotta find some set screws.